So now you've got a clinical question, figured out your PICO question. If I haven't had a chance to get back to you with some comments, I'll be doing that very soon. So now we're on to the next part. The next part is taking our intervention and our comparison groups and trying to find information about it. So we're on to our next part of being an evidence-based clinician, and that's doing a full database. Now, I think that a lot of you are probably guilty, like me, of when we need to find information, we go to our phones, we go to Google, is typically where we want to start, right? We're out, the question comes up, I go to my phone, I got it sitting right here, and we can find her within a matter of seconds. Now, the problem with that is we don't information we're getting, and if you do a search for any type of condition, one of the first things that's going to pop up, I can probably give you a list. You're going to see WebMD, you're going to see Mayo Clinic, you're going to see Wikipedia, right? We see Wikipedia a lot, but we're going to see some of these places, especially Mayo, I know, because they spend a lot of money to advertise and to bump their name up on the list. It's not always the best and most relevant information that gets put at the top of a Google search. It's often the ones who spend the most. So we need to be cautious. Now, I'm not saying those are bad resources. They're good resources to have, but we want to try to find good, high quality literature to back our ideas, back our treatments with. So the best thing that we can do is use a database. Excuse me. So you have done the library tutorial, so you've had a chance to see a little bit of how our library works. What we have here in this module, this database searching videos, the turning terms into search strategies, that takes what we've done in the PICO. You'll see it's very similar content, and now it's turning some of those terms into how to search. It's not always intuitive on what we're trying to search for. So we need to use synonyms. Sometimes we need to use initials. If you're studying the anterior cruciate ligament of the knee, do I search ACL? Do I search anterior cruciate ligament? Do I search just cruciate ligament? So there's a lot of different variations. I'm going to be posting a video and some information to go along with what we have now from one of our librarians. And one of our librarians, her name is Tree, she spent a lot of time putting information together for us. There is this EXS 290 library guide. If you follow this resource that can help you not only in this class, but you can use it in the future. This is just a compilation of things that she has put together. So Michelle's information is down here on the left-hand side. Here's Michelle here. She is more than happy to speak to any of you. Just like myself, she's faculty on campus and she's available and she's ready and willing to help for any reason. She's also working remotely this semester. So if you had a question on researching, you're struggling to find an article, you're struggling to find information, she's a great resource to go to. I wouldn't worry about calling her office phone. I would just go to the email, but please do advantage of that. If you had a question about sports medicine, maybe you would come to me as an expert. If you had a question on nutrition, you might go to one of our nutrition faculty. If you've got a question about research or database searching, the best person that you can go to, the best place you can go to is our library. And so Michelle provides a great resource for you. So please take advantage of her services and what she's willing to offer. Another thing that you can do is use this Ask a Librarian. Fantastic. I hope that you take advantage of this. If this was around when I was researching back in my grad work or undergraduate work, I would have been on this every night. And it's any of our library pages, this pops up. And or if you get stuck, you can easily type any type of question in here and hit enter, and it will chat with a librarian. I'm not going to bother somebody at this time. But I believe from 8 to 5 or so, it's answered by somebody at GCC. Maybe times are different, but other times throughout the day, it's answered by a network of librarians that we have across the country, and it's a 24-hour service. Fantastic service. They're not trying to pressure you to buy anything or get signed up for anything. It's just a free service that gives you access to a librarian. So again, another service, please do use this if you're struggling at all during these database searches. If you ask me a complex question about database searching, which they'll arise, that's fine. You're welcome to ask me. If I don't know, and chances are I might need a little help myself if it's something through the GCC website, my first resource is going to be Michelle. And then my second resource is going to be this Ask a Librarian. So if you want to cut out the middleman, I won't take offense to that. So by all means. So this library guide gives you some information on the side, gives you a little bit of information about the hierarchy of evidence. We'll talk about that as we go. And then gives you links to help you find articles. If you're struggling to read, but our library doesn't have it, you can use the interlibrary loan. If you don't want to worry about that right now, that's fine. If you're struggling to find an article, again, make sure you let me know if this is something that we have to look at later. We can, as you start to write papers, you'll see, especially for our class, but most of our health, fitness, nutrition area, we use APA citations. Here's APA style formatting here. So this is going to link you to our library's resources for APA citations. Noodle Tools is a program that we're going to be using. I have some information about it in the module. It's going to take you to Noodle Tools. You need to make sure that you get on to Noodle Tools and library access it. You need to set up an account right now for Noodle Tools. This is where you're going to organize your articles. This is where you're going to take some notes on your articles, and I'm going to access it. So you need to sign up for a membership. It's a free membership. It's just through Noodle Tools to go through the college. I use ID as your username. It's just easy to remember. Otherwise, you're trying to struggle to find your username, passwords each time that you log in. But you need to make sure in a link coming up for your articles. So you're going to be collecting articles for this week's modules for your final project, where you're going to be researching your intervention. You're going to be researching your comparison group that you created in your PICO. And this is going to give you some more information on how to search Noodle Tools. Not how to search Noodle Tools, how to set up Noodle Tools, including making sure that you share your inbox with